Welcome to Gloria's Gab Live. I am so excited today because I have three amazing women. They're all part of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, and they've got a big event coming up at the Coral Gables Women's Club on Saturday. And we're going to talk about
Sunday.
that and all the things you do. So before I introduce them, I want to thank South Florida PBS, our weekly sponsor. If you're not a member, and I'm sure you ladies are, you get one of these once a month. It tells you everything that's going on, and there's so many good things coming on. They've got another thing about the planet, that show that they do about the planet Earth, which is awesome. And and then they have an all health TV show that's amazing. And this is one of my recent guests who was on the front cover of our Inspire Health magazine, Dr. Leah. Janine, and Dr. Leah has a show called Sex Talk. It's hilarious. You've got to watch it. 11 o'clock on Wednesdays.
Okay.
It's a must-watch show. Anyway, so I've got Kristina Jackson.
Hello.
And you're
Hi.
co-chair
Co-chair of the event.
of the event coming up. I've got Ann Pope, longtime friend.
Hello, Gloria.
We met through the Coral Gables Chambers many decades ago
Yes.
when our son was a baby.
and doing the Village of Merrick Park.
And exactly, yeah. And then we've got Rochelle Adger, and you are the chair of the event.
Yes, I am.
Yes. So I'm so excited that you guys are here. And just, first of all, this is one of my favorite people, Kristina. But Ann Plump beat you to it.
I think
And
so.
I remember when you told me about your sorority.
Yes.
And you said, I've got this great sorority. Can I join? Because I don't have enough to do, right?
Yeah, right.
No. But you guys, okay, so because you're the foundation
Yes. So
president?
I am the
Yes.
Pearls of Hope Foundation
Chairman,
vice chair,
vice chair.
vice
Okay.
chair, vice president. And we're an organization that actually is the fundraising arm of the Pi Delta Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Well, there's a
And
mouthful.
yes, it is a mouthful. And we started in 1986. And the idea really was that there's a need in the community to raise funds for all, children that are trying to get to college and further their education. So basically, our mission is to raise money for scholarships and also do a lot of mentoring and outreach with young people.
Right. And that's so important.
It's so critical.
But just helping them get college transcript, the applications done, and mentoring them along the way to make sure that they'll qualify.
That is correct.
To apply for these scholarships, right?
Absolutely.
So in an effort to raise funds, you guys are doing.
Fundraiser.
Okay. So Rochelle, tell us what you've got planned.
What do we have planned? Okay, so on Sunday, April 16th, we have great food, we have excellent music, we have a silent auction, we have an opportunity for the community to come together and just enjoy themselves, sit back and groove, get their groove
I
thing
like
on.
it. Getting that groove on.
Relax.
Right,
I love it.
grooving in the gables.
Okay, yeah.
Exactly.
And we're grooving. Okay, so Kristina, tell us all about where we're doing it, and do you have a name for the entertainment that's being provided? It's live, right?
We do. It's an amazing band that just came back from an international tour called
Really?
Red House Duo. You can look them up on YouTube. And they toured at some of the hottest venues in the Middle East, in Dubai, in Asia, in China. They were in Qatar, Macau, like big, amazing resorts and venues there.
And how did you come
in
across
Latin America.
them?
Well,
There's a story.
There's always a story.
how did I come across them? Actually, our committee was looking for a tremendous group to perform at this event here, and by extension, my husband's
Muzzy
is
right. I always say
brothers with the saxophone player.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Oh, well, that worked out really well.
It did.
Yeah,
it
so you
did.
already had an in.
Yeah.
They couldn't
so they
say
come
no.
from a musical family, and so they're they just came back into the country after a 4-year tour, and Wesley, who is the saxophone player, he has roots here. He went to Florida Memorial
Oh,
for
really?
graduate school
Yeah.
in I think music theory, and so this is like a homecoming in a way.
Oh,
And
that's so
it's a
nice.
great time for them to give back and perform amazing jazz, amazing neo soul, R&B, but definitely jazz forward.
Oh, that's great.
Mhm.
And tickets are like 125.
Yes,
And how do they get their tickets?
through Eventbrite,
Okay,
going under Groovin' in the Gables, Coral Gables,
right.
and it's Groovin,
Groovin' in the Gables.
Groovin.
Groovin'.
Yes,
Can we put that out? I don't know if we put
Groovin'
that
in the
out or not.
Gables
Groovin', but Groovin' without a G.
without a
That's
G.
correct. It's
Okay.
the N apostrophe.
Apostrophe.
There
Groovin' in
you
the
go.
Gables.
Mhm.
That's a cute title.
Right, it works
Who
with
came
that
up with that one?
lake.
You
I
did.
think
Can,
so.
why did I know
I
that,
think so.
Rochelle?
Actually, it was because of the music that I remember from late high school, early college, that groovin', the couldn't get away too soon. Real, it was the Little Rascals. It was their song. It came to my
Oh, yeah.
eyes. And then it was that alliteration,
Yeah, right.
as a former language arts teacher, I really like alliteration and that
There
grooving
you
in
go.
the gables. Just
So where did you
like-
teach?
I taught at Jackson for a while. I taught at Southwest Senior High for many, many years. And then I retired after about 10 years from Robert Morgan Senior High.
Okay. And now she's working full time for no
Yes.
pay.
Yes.
We like to call it volunteering.
That's what volunteering
Yes.
is. Working for no pay.
It's called voluntolding, okay? They kind of tell you what you're going to do.
Voluntold.
Kind of how you arrived here today.
Yes.
Sort of, kind of how I am now here on camera.
Oh yeah. So Ann was not going to be on camera until all of a sudden
Here I
she
am.
appeared.
Okay.
Slide over. There's room
So
for you.
tell us about your backgrounds now. Okay, you're a pharmacist.
I'm a pharmacist, but I volunteer all over town. So I'm
We know
really
that.
proud to support this scholarship effort. It's great, and it's going to be a really fun outing. So I encourage the community to come out, get tickets, and join us.
Yeah, and this woman is super responsible and like take charge.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
And I noticed that because she's a relatively, considering I've been in the Coral Gables Women's Club for decades, and you're less than a decade.
Yeah.
She just comes on gangbusters. She's such a leader.
She
You
is.
guys are so, I can see why. your
We're just fortunate to
organization's-
have her.
Well, you too. I just met Rochelle, but I can already tell she's a doer
Well,
too.
I'm fortunate to be in the company of these strong ladies. I mean,
Yeah.
I learned so much, and being part of this committee has been fantastic.
Yeah.
It has
So, she's in charge of civic engagement and outreach for the Coral Gables Women's Club.
We are aware, yes.
are aware
Very
of that.
proud of her.
Yes.
Are you
Very
coming
proud
to
of our sister.
and are you coming to the Mother's Day tea?
Well,
Did you?
they're next. We're going to complete this event on Sunday, and then we'll
And then
talk
you're gonna
about the
hit
next
And then
one.
we're gonna breathe. No, then we're gonna breathe, and then we'll see about the Mother's Day brunch.
Okay,
The
yes.
tea. It sounds like a wonderful activity.
It is
Well,
amazing.
you need to sign up before the 13th to get your discount.
Okay.
Great.
Right.
Yeah.
CGWC 100 at checkout on Eventbrite.
Wow, she's got that down.
That's the code.
That would not be
That is
CGWC
pretty
100. And you can save, I think it's 20%.
It's $100 instead of 125.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you book by the 13th, it's $100. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's good.
So this kind of
So
dovetails.
I'm hoping I get to see you guys there too.
Okay.
So
This dovetails. I've been a member of the sorority for 22 years.
right.
And I took a seat back to raise my children as far as my involvement.
Right.
And now that I'm empty nested, I got more involved with the Coral Gables Women's Club last year and helped with the Mother's Day tea.
Right.
And then I finally found the right chapter to join,
Yes, you
Pi Delta Omega.
Yes, you
Oh,
did.
And
okay.
because and I was like, okay, I'm going to join the chapter, and get on a committee. So I ended up getting on the fundraising committee by the recommendation of a friend. And next thing I know, they were talking about doing a brunch. And I said, well, I know a place.
Yeah, right.
Coral Gables
We
Women's
have a
Club.
place. Yeah.
And we were able to secure the date for this Sunday,
Yeah.
April the 16th. And
Yeah.
yeah.
So yes, we're so happy that you're utilizing the clubhouse too, because it's such a pretty location to do.
It's a beautiful
Isn't it?
location.
Yeah.
And the rooms are beautiful.
Yeah.
It just has a very
Are you
nice
using
look.
both sides or just one side?
No, just the one, the coral room is what we opted to.
Which side is that? The one? Is that the
I call it the right side when you're facing it. Go to the right.
the right side? Okay.
So
yeah,
it's the one
bigger-
where the windows are up high?
Yeah.
The
I know
two
which one.
fireplaces?
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
room.
That's a pretty room. Yeah. I like
And I
that
think
one.
that we want to talk about a little bit too
What?
about our sponsors, because not
Oh,
only
yeah,
is the Coral
of
Gables Women's
course.
Club a sponsor,
Right.
but
I would love to talk about 11 Vodka.
there you go.
Oh, well, let's talk about 11 vodka.
11
because Who
vodka.
doesn't like vodka?
Right. What we're really happy to have is a relationship and sponsorship with 11 Vodka for our event. So they're one of our sponsors, and it's a woman-owned company, locally sourced, distilled, bottled right here in Miami.
No way.
Yeah.
Yes.
I never heard of it.
Oh,
Well,
and
this is
let me
good.
tell you, there has been taste tests. If you look it up on YouTube, there were taste tests putting it, A and B against Tito's as
Right,
kind
right.
of the direct, because both of them I believe are corn based, and this one's GMO, non-GMO,
Oh, really?
and
okay,
it's
that's cool.
distilled 6 times. It's a really clean vodka. And in taste tests in Wynwood and at Time Out Market, they ended up faring better than Tito's from what I
Wow.
saw in the YouTube videos.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah. And so,
So
anyway,
how
it's no
are they
carbs.
mixing it with anything at the event?
Oh, we will have a bar. Bartenders will have signature
It's an
drinks
open
there.
bar too.
It's an open bar.
It's an open bar.
Well, okay.
Yes, yes.
So
So now we know why.
Yes, it's an open bar. We'll have some bartenders that will feature some signature drinks or cocktails, if you would, with 11 vodka. Aside from other things as well, but we certainly want to feature and focus on 11 vodka because they were kind enough to be a sponsor.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So did you ask him if they can make a special drink for the event? Like name one?
There's two recipes that they
there's
provided.
2 recipes that 11 provided. So we're meeting with our bartender today, our consultant.
Whoa,
Who's gonna
this
be
is-
helping us.
This is serious
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
excited. So I mean, it's going to be this great event. Amazing music.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's not
well, it
like
sounds like.
This is a scholarship, brunch. The proceeds go towards a scholarship, but really it's just a good time. It's a good time like you would go to any other brunch.
Right.
We are going to have delicious food. We're
Well,
gonna
you
have
got
tremendous
our
music.
catering.
We have our
You
catering.
cannot go wrong with
You
our
cannot go
catering.
wrong with our catering.
Yeah.
Catering. And open bar, and then those that want to participate, we have a silent auction with some amazing items and a wonderful crowd of participants.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
just an opportunity to come out on a Sunday, afternoon and
Right.
just kind of relax, enjoy the sounds of the Red House Duo,
Yes.
Yeah.
some 11 vodka, some great food from our catering. I mean,
There
and
you
just
go.
get together with friends and family
Oh,
and
yeah.
people that you may not have
guys are
seen
gonna
in a
have
while.
Great time.
It's going to be a great time. Yes,
That's gonna be
relax,
so
and
fun.
if the music moves you, you get up.
Oh, wish. Is there going to be dancing? There
So,
could be.
as Rochelle just said, if the music moves you, we will make sure there's a spot for you to get up and just shake
Because,
a little
you know-
tail feather,
At the Coral Gables Women's Club, we don't have an event that there's not some dancing going on.
That's
Oh,
great.
yes.
These girls have no compunction about getting up and dancing.
And you are a tremendous dancer.
Oh,
I've
well,
seen this.
I just
I've
like
seen
to
this.
dance. Yeah, right. Even with a bum knee sometimes, I used to dance and I go, oh man, tomorrow I'm going to be crippled. But tonight I'm feeling great.
There you
Yes.
go. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay, so you're a pharmacist and you just fell into this because that's a natural.
Yeah.
Getting into healthcare and whatever. Naturally, you would go to something that's, well, actually, we haven't done Planning for Needy Children. So that was kind of a draw for you, I bet, too.
That's initially I moved to Coral Gables. And
Oh, is that what happened?
So joining the women's club was a way to meet other ladies in the community.
Right.
And then I learned that the members of the Coral Gables Women's Club are really all over. And so
Yes.
similar, Pi Delta Omega, we have sorority sisters that live, all over the metro, but
Yeah.
the chapter is located south,
Right.
just south of us in Coral Gables. So.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, so wait. So you have like a building, or you have
No.
a
Well,
an
we
office?
have
You have an office?
No.
we have
We
meetings.
don't. We just basically have meetings.
Oh, and where
So
do
we
you
have-
meet?
We actually now we're meeting
Polly
the-
Mays Conservatory.
Arthur and Polly Mays
Mhm.
Conservatory.
Which
It's,
is
it's,
where?
It's down south,
it's south.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
and it's actually a magnet,
It's a magnet school.
music
Mhm.
magnet.
Goes through 12th grade.
Oh, okay. I hadn't
Yeah,
heard
middle
about
school,
that.
12th grade.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that's great.
We have an excellent program.
So you have connections with the school system, so
Oh, yes.
Well,
Yeah.
we have a lot of members that are
Educators.
teachers, educators.
right. That kind of makes
So-
sense.
Yep, yep.
So,
So
good mentors too. Right.
fabulous mentors.
I bet.
Which
So
we
how
do a
many
lot of.
people belong to your chapter?
Well, we have in excess of 100 members,
That's
active
great.
active members in our
Wow.
chapter
Yeah.
currently. Yes.
Yeah. And do you do you recruit members? Do they come by referrals? How does that work?
So membership in the sorority overall is by invitation.
By invitation, right? Yeah.
So you can be exposed to the organization by attending. We do a lot of community service projects.
Okay.
So you can come to any project or any activity that we're doing to get to know us. And as we see that you have interest, we certainly, would consider inviting you to become a member
Right.
of the organization. But it is by invitation only.
Okay.
There's a whole induction,
Yeah,
process,
yeah.
et cetera.
But do you ever do? I mean, I'm thinking of doing joint events because I love getting nonprofits together and doing joint events because
Absolutely.
We
you
love that.
you open up, avenues of potential donors and whatever for everybody.
Absolutely.
The more you do things together.
We would
So,
love to participate in things
yeah,
like that because you get
that'd
to,
be
like you
fun.
said, cast the net a lot wider.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of people that may not know exactly what we're doing because we're focusing on the southern area. But as we join with other organizations collectively, I
Right.
think that's an excellent idea to kind of promote
Yeah.
what we're doing and let other people know exactly, what
Yeah.
it takes to either become a member of the organization, what we're doing at not only a local, but a regional, a national level.
Right.
We are headquartered in Washington, D.C.
Oh, you
It's
are?
yeah.
Well, the
we have
General
a-
Federation of Women's Clubs has a home there also.
Oh,
Yeah. So do they have like a building or how are they?
we do.
You do too?
Yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh,
our
how
corporate
fun.
office, we definitely have a building.
Oh my goodness. So where is it located?
It's-
Is
I'm-
it downtown DC or?
No, and my bad. It's in Chicago.
Chicago.
Oh, in Chicago.
I'm thinking of another organization. No, it's in Chicago. My bad.
okay.
Yes, our corporate headquarters in Chicago.
That's where my daughter is now.
Oh,
And my granddaughter. Yeah.
great. What
Yeah.
part of Chicago?
My daughter lives in Plainfield, but my granddaughter, who is doing an internship, is living downtown Chicago.
Oh,
Yeah.
how exciting!
So through June, and then
it's
I
time
don't
to look. Then it's time to go.
it's time to time to get a job. No, she graduates May 5th from
good
the
for
University of
her.
Central Florida. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So your consulting business. Tell me,
So
how did you get into a consulting? Because you and I go way back
yeah. So
when you were
as-
with Merrick Park. And,
Yes, Gloria, I used to work for the Rouse Company.
Right,
And they're
yeah.
the developers of the Village of Merrick Park, and that was my baby.
Mhm.
But, once the Rouse Company was sold,
Yeah.
I actually decided to start my own firm. And lucky enough for me, I actually started with a consulting job with Baptist Health Systems. That's how I started my business.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yes, they were.
Well, that was a nice client.
Yes, they were contemplating a hospital in West Kendall, and obviously that's where I live. And I actually was hired to do some consulting work to build that new West Kendall Baptist Hospital. So I successfully did that, but I guess my name carried, some weight, and I have a lot of clients now, and I do whether it's public involvement work, project management, whether it's construction management. That's what I'm doing, these days,
Yeah.
and loving it. Baptist is no longer a client,
No.
I'm actually now on the board of the West Kendall Baptist Hospital as their vice chair. So,
Another
Good enough.
full-time,
Good enough.
non-paying job.
Voluntold.
So wait. So they were paying you before, and now they got you on the board, so they don't have to pay you, but they still get your expertise.
yeah,
Yes.
well,
This is
it's
genius.
Well, you know what's great though is that really West Kendall really needed to have what I call a there, and
Yeah.
Baptist Hospital, West Kendall Baptist Hospital, has just really been an incredible community corporate citizen in
Right.
bringing not only just healthcare resources, but really maintaining us healthy. And it's always like a misnomer. How is a hospital trying to keep, residents healthy? But they have so much programming that is really about keeping them healthy that I felt like I did want to be part of that. And
Yeah.
it's just a wonderful organization to really be a part of and all the work that we do in the community.
Yeah. No, that's great. Well, good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, what other boards are you on?
Okay, so I'm also on the
I knew
Vizcaya
she
Museum
was.
and Gardens. I'm a new board member there, and I also serve on the Zoo Miami
Oh, Zoo Miami.
Foundation. And then not a board, but I am on the Orange Bowl committee, so I want to give a little shout
Oh,
out to the
yeah.
Orange Bowl committee as well.
And I'm Junior Orange Bowl.
Right, I
Yeah,
know.
so- Yeah. And how's Eric doing?
Eric is doing great.
He was on my show before COVID, I think. I need to get him back on the show. I've known him forever now. I've known him longer than you.
Well, he's doing wonderful work.
He's
As
such a
always.
trooper and such a good worker.
really
I mean,
is.
but brilliant too. Yeah, and to manage how it's grown, the Orange Bowl Committee has grown so much.
And we're doing so much as well.
I know. I'm really impressed with all the outreach programs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you've got this organization. You have the Women's Club. What else are you doing? You're probably in some pharmaceutical association. No.
No,
No.
No.
Well, more time for us.
more time. But what I'd like to do
What?
is promote in the community this scholarship.
Oh, that's a good idea.
One of the things that's important is to get the word out to prospective students. So our deadline is coming up, fast
The
approaching.
deadline is actually April 14th, but that's not an issue. Our scholarship is yearly, so beginning in January, that's when we really start promoting. It goes out to the schools that we service, and basically we work with the schools from not Coral Gables, Coconut Grove, south,
Grove.
all the way south. Those are the
Okay.
schools that we recruit from. And we go through the CAP advisors, we go
Right.
through local churches, we go through whomever we can to try to reach these students. And in the past, pre-COVID, before that lockdown, we actually would go into the schools where we would help students with scholarship applications, not
that's
just for
good.
ours. Of course, we did promote ours, but to help them look for scholarships and also apply to college. And that's hard because many of our students that we're working with specifically, their parents don't have the wherewithal to help them through the application process, which is and can be very difficult.
Yeah.
Our particular scholarship is now entirely online. It's all digital. Everything you do, with the exception of the in-person interview, once we work it down to those particular candidates. And we have been giving out scholarships since 1988. The chapter was founded in 1986, and in 1988, we offered our first scholarship. And we've
Yeah.
been doing this.
And so, what are the qualifications for the scholarships?
Qualifications, we are looking basically for African American students,
Right.
okay? At least a 3.0 GPA.
Okay.
They have to have at least 100 hours of community service because we are an organization that, this is what we do. We're out in the community doing all sorts of things. And so we want those students to understand the value of community service. So that's one of the things that we look for. They have to used to be write an essay, but again, we're all digital, so they can write out their essay, but they do give it to us video. It's a video essay now where they just
Oh, really?
they have a choice of questions, and the questions change throughout the year. Who
Oh,
has
that's-
influenced you? How do you plan to impact the community? You know, what do you think your role will be in the community?
Oh,
when you
those are
gra-
good questions.
So they
yeah.
get great questions, and
Yeah.
then they do like maybe a 2-minute, little commercial where they talk about themselves and
That's so
where they're going to
clever.
go. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. No, my Rotary Club right now is going through scholarship applications, and it's amazing. No, and and they're long, and to study them and to be very thoughtful about them. I feel sorry for all those people that on our scholarship committee that are doing it. Yeah.
But
so-
Gloria, our scholarship application too can be found at akapdo.org. So,
akapdo.org.
Very simple.
Alpha Kappa
Alpha Pi Delta Omega
Pi Delta. Okay. very good.
akapdo.org, and you'll see
Okay.
the scholarship application button there, and you can click on it and get started.
Well, my deadline is already passed for the next my next publication because we work like 2 weeks out. But as you're doing stuff, if you send me a press release, I can include it in my columns. So that's what Gloria's got. That's how I got started doing a show
Okay.
because of my column.
Oh, that's
So
great.
yeah, but typically 2 weeks out before you want to start announcing something,
Okay.
you want to make sure I get it.
Okay.
And just if I see it's from you guys, I'll make sure that I'll include it in the appropriate place. But one of our I write for Coral Gables, Biscayne, South Miami, Kendall, Cutler Bay, Palmetto
Oh,
Bay,
wow, you cover it all.
Pinecrest, and Doral.
Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty broad, and I write about different things in different areas. But if I know that your target market is a particular area, I would make sure it got in that area. But for you, it's any place.
That's
It
great.
doesn't matter where they go. And then when you do when you do the presentations, make sure you take a picture with captions and send it. We're happy to put it in the paper, and that's one way to let people know, hey, next year I need to apply for this, kind of thing. As kids see it, they go, oh, there's an opportunity I missed. I didn't apply for this one.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
great,
it's
though.
okay.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Especially their
You
parents.
should know that.
Well, I am going to send you pictures this year.
Well, yeah. Well,
Yes.
now that we're
Now we know.
okay, so I want you to know. Guess what time it is? We've got less than 3 minutes left, and you thought it was going to be.
I did. I thought that 30 minutes was a long time.
It's not a long time.
It's not when
No.
we're with such
What
great people.
especially exactly the people you like to talk to. Yeah. But I so appreciate y'all coming in, and I'm so happy that you coerced these two.
Absolutely.
Well, we're happy that you invited us on,
Yes.
and it's great to see you. I haven't seen
I
you
know.
in years.
Oh my gosh, I was so excited when I found out you were coming. I said, "Oh,
I was like, Gloria,
we never see her."
that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
But
well-
but we're excited to be here, and again, just want to just encourage everyone to come out this Sunday
It
on the
sounds
16th
like
from
such
1
a
to 4
fun-
for Groovin' in the Gables, a scholarship brunch at
Yeah.
the Coral Gables Women's Club. It's going to be
Yes.
fun. It's going to be exciting.
Absolutely, and the entertainment sounds awesome.
Entertainment,
So-
good food, open bar,
Great
helping a good cause. It's a win-win-win for
Yeah.
if you're looking for something to do on a Sunday. Come on out.
There you
It's
go.
gonna be great.
Yeah. So thank you, ladies, all for coming again. I want to thank once again South Florida PBS, and I'm sorry I don't have the April issue here, but there's a lot of stuff coming up. We've got. Do you watch Call the Housewife? Call the Midwife?
My
That whole-
favorite, my favorite.
Me
my favorite.
too.
Oh my gosh.
It's on
Have you seen
the whole new season. And what's the other? There's so many good ones I love. But
And I
yeah,
love they featured the woman with the sex, that's the sex one.
the other
oh
one?
yeah,
I love that. That is such a fun show to.
isn't it though?
Yes,
And
Oh, okay.
I'm
I see
telling
here
you-
that Rochelle is
I'm a
like
big
on top
PBS.
of-
I'm a big PBS. Person.
no, I'm telling you, you watch this show. It's got a lot of health, a lot of health
Yes,
issues.
absolutely.
But then people write in things that they
Yes.
would never write to tell their doctor.
doctors.
They wouldn't tell anybody. And after you watch the show for a night, I know I had some questions to ask my doctor. And after having watched the show for so many times, I was just like, I asked him a question. before I watched this show, I would have never asked. So, great show. So, Dr. Leah, shout out to you. She was just one of the speakers at the South Florida PBS Health Fair, which I think is the first of many they're going to do. So next year, you guys need to get involved in that. That was a really good one. Anyway, so thank you to our viewers for tuning in today. And be sure, if you're not doing anything on Sunday, to come out to the Coral Gables Women's Club for Groovin' in the Gables. Yes. And until next week, be safe, be kind, and